Jobless claims in the D.C. area are soaring as people look for that impact from the DOGE job cuts. For the week ending Feb 8th, filings were up 36% from the week before and up 400% year on year. At the same time, home prices have seen a drop, down almost 9% compared to 2024, according to Redfin. So let's ask a local real estate expert what's going on. Joining us now is Daniel Heider. He's Executive Vice President at TTR Sotheby's and CEO and founder of Heider Real Estate. Daniel, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
What's it feel like in D.C. right now, and what are you seeing in the housing market?
Well, it's very sub-market dependent. I see certainly perhaps a bit of a moderation, which is usual for this season. Winter months tend to bring on a slower pace to the market, but there certainly isn't any seismic shift happening here. We see consumer confidence very, very high in the upper bracket markets. And while, these DOGE cuts certainly make headlines, the facts are is that in terms of levels of inventory, we're about the same that we were this time last year.
But you've seen somewhat of a slowing, which you said is a little bit unusual for this time of year. I also thought it was interesting. You said there are other factors that are kind of tailwinds for the market, primarily return to work. How does that factor in?
Well, there's an opportunity for folks that need to be back in office 5 days a week to be closer to those work centers. The commute is becoming more of a central point in the decision-making factor for a lot of families and individuals. Who knows how that's going to affect our suburban markets here in the capital region. But, savvy folks see the opportunities that exist in times like now.
Kelly and I both went to high school and college in Virginia. We have a lot of friends in D.C. My brother-in-law is a realtor in Maryland, so we know what's going on. Let me ask this. I know DOGE and the cost cuts are getting all the attention, Daniel, but also if I look at Falls Church, Virginia, or Fairfax, Virginia, or Silver Spring, Maryland, 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes are like $900,000 now. It's been the hottest economy in America for 30 years. Is there a part of you, even as a realtor, and you make your living off optimism, I get it, that just says, man, things, maybe they just got a little too expensive for the average family with interest rates at, 7%, 900 grand for a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath ranch?
Sure. Look, things are definitely cooling off, and there's no doubt that the past few years have been extraordinary for that specific subset that you mentioned in the suburban markets. But look, interest rates are 7%. Folks are being a little bit more cautious. And you look, I see this as a regularity, not necessarily a total softening. There is still a very big need for housing in Washington. Inventory has been historically tight. And what we're seeing, and this remains to be seen, but what we're seeing is a little bit more inventory being introduced to the market. And who knows how that's going to play out in the next couple of months. But there's an opportunity for buyers that want to toss their hat in the ring right now.